let's do this. Yes, hello team. What is up? Welcome to Motosumo. My name is Ben and I am your instructor for this class, guys. Remember, if you are doing this live, or if you're doing the recorded class team, making sure you're jumping on our live classes as well so we can interact with you, because that is the main thing about this. We want to chat to you and we want to see you on that leaderboard to keep you accountable with those numbers, guys. Now to get into things, this is your 45-minute endurance game. Endurance is all about those long rounds, getting locked into it, taking on that sort of mental journey as we go through. We've got some speed endurance, we've got some power endurance, we've got some climb endurance, a little bit of everything in this class, but we've got 45 minutes to do it. So you're gonna lock into this one with me as we build up that sort of engine, as we build up that sort of cardiovascular, sort of like lower intense efficiency within your movement team. We're going to start the way we always do. Let's bring that resistance all the way down. So I want you to find resistance 0 for me. Absolutely nothing on that resistance. Then I want you to start building up your legs. Getting those legs moving, and then just add a touch. Just add that little bit of resistance. So imagine you're on a flat road now. So you can feel something under your feet because you're having to push to move along, but it's still nice and easy, so we can really get some speed going, team. All right, let's do this. Team, we go for this in 5, 4, ready, we go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh yeah. This is it, team. Just moving those legs around. Remember, this is your resistance 1. Resistance and cadence, the two main things we concentrate on. Resistance is basically how heavy it is under your feet, or another way of looking at it is sort of your incline. So right now, resistance 1 on that flat road, and as we head up those resistances to 2, 3, and 4, we're heading up higher and higher on that incline, finishing off with that big old climb in that resistance 4. Your cadence is the other main thing we concentrate on. Remember, your cadence is your speed. And your speed is measured in RPM, and that is your number at the bottom of your screen, your cadence meter. So we want to get that higher up to push some speed, but lower down, we're going slower. But they are all determined as to what resistance we are in, team. So keeping those legs moving, we're going to go straight into a 2-minute push in resistance 1. I want you to push it up to the 90s. Look, it is endurance game after all, so we want to make sure we get a nice bit of endurance under our belt. So 2 minutes in resistance 1, we go for that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, team. 90 to 100, what is up? Happy dabber. Yes. So in resistance 1, I'm trying to hit that 90 to 100 right now. I'm sure you can push a little bit higher than that, but it's early. We got time with me. We got time to warm up. So let's not push it, let's not knacker ourselves out early on. Sick, another minute here. We're not going to do anything, we're just going to hold that number. The RPM you're on right now is the number you are going to hold. Keep it going. Big up the final 30 seconds of this. Have you been able to maintain that number that same way? Within those 90s? If you haven't, all good. But I want that to be the focus of today. Focusing on trying to hold the number you are on. Sometimes we'll be making little changes. Maybe bring that number up a couple. But I want us to really focus on RPM. That is the focus of today's class. And that's what we're gonna be doing together. 2, 1, pulling it back, lovely stuff. Now, as always, when I say pull it back, when I say have that rest, I don't mean stop. I mean, we keep those legs moving. Just like we're doing right now. We just slow them down. Cool, team, we're gonna go straight into a 1-minute section in the same resistance. Resistance 1. And this time we're gonna hit the hundreds for a minute. 100 to 1 to 10. We go for that. All together, 1 minute. 3, 2, 1. Go, Motosumo. Hundreds. So we lifted that pace from that last time. Have a good time here in the night and all we feel. That is such a good ride. What we call life, it can't be real. So we keep on dancing to the beat. Yeah, we keep on moving our feet. Yeah, we keep on dancing. Hold it. Hundreds. Think about form. Think about technique. 3, 2, 1. Slowing it down. Starting to get that little bit warmer now. Remember, everyone, keep those elbows in, shoulders rolled back nice and straight. Core and sort of torso all engaged, nice and close in the middle. You don't want to be waving across the line like this. It's the legs that, when you're aligned, the most efficient. Tim, we're going to go for a 30-second effort now. Only 30 seconds. We drop it by half again. And this time, we aim for the red zone. 110 plus. 30 seconds only. A sprint, if you will. 5, 4, yes, 3, 2, 1, go! Red zone, yes, happy dabber. 2, 1. Take a little 15-second break there. Now we go into 2 minutes, straight into resistance 2. 2 minutes in resistance 2. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 2 minutes here, 90 to 100. So we've lifted that sort of incline. If we imagine it as a little bit of incline to our resistance. First time we've hit the slightly heavier resistance bar, it's not heavy enough to stop us from getting in the 90s. Don't want us all in the 90s, so pop yourselves in there. Sick, that's about 1 minute down. You got another minute to go. Take a note of your RPM. Remember the focus of today's session. The focus is on that RPM. If you feel it drop down, or if you see it drop down by a couple numbers on that RPM, yo, you bring it up. 지금부터 시작이야 한턱에 money 거줘 세계 리듬이야 한턱에 money 만든 moves I've been killing it now 아직 랩이 미쳐버린 범인 아니니까 하더라봐 한 미래로 돌아가 한 doing it cause I'm flying now bigger than alright 지금까지 못하잖아 켜보지만 나의 실력이 no visa 뉴욕에서 한국까지 everybody raving visa I'm balling out cause I'm a globetrotter yeah 나처럼 잘 나가는 래퍼 불러 yeah 나 show me 3 oh no 10 seconds I lied don't go early Don't go on it, keep holding it. 3, now we do it. 2, 1. Strong work, 15 seconds. Bring it up, resistance 3. 80 to 95. 80 to 95. We brought up that in sort of incline once again. 3, 2, 1. Only a minute this time. 80 to 95. This is really start to engage all those muscles. Should start to fire up those legs. Start to get those lungs a little bit working. That's how we do it.
You could call me filthy, K.I.D. 해서 I hit a magic 92 broken down third eye 열지 기본 I just keep on cause I'm curb one kanji I'm a globetrotter You and I 비교나 하지마 우리 너무 달라 we just different 나 좀 봐라 여자나 집이나 세차 나가신다 너무 빨라 I'm a globetrotter You and I 비교나 하지마 우리 너무 달라 we just different 나 좀
3, 2, 1. 15-second rest. Up to resistance 4. We're going to go for a 30-second one. 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds. We bring it down. Resistance 4. We do this first one sat down. We stay sat down once again. 30 seconds of resistance 4. 70 to 80. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Two, 1. 15-second break here. Now we go for 2 minutes. Now we reverse it. Still 2 minutes. We go in resistance 4. A minute in resistance 3. 30 seconds resistance 2. Then that is your warm-up done. Then we get into heavy stuff. Standing up. 3, 2, 60s, 1. Let's go. First time standing up, we find those 60s, that sweet 60, and we keep those elbows in. Yo, what are you keeping your eye on? Your RPM. Check in with your body, how's it feel? How's your body feel in general? How are the legs? How's training been this week? Have you been sleeping this week? All things we need to think about. We're Motosumo. We don't just care about you and the bike, we care about you in general. You gotta remember that. That's why I want to check in with you. Happy Dava? You doing well? How's the body feeling? Everything feeling strong? Not strong. Fair enough. That's all right. That's all right. We can deal with that. Quite often my body feels like this. I feel like this as well. But that's all good. Let's get through this class. Let's take one thing at a time. Because I know you got it. Holding this 2-minute climb. 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. 15-second break. Bring it down, resistance 3. Ready to find that 80 to 95. 80 to 95 for 1 minute. Same as you did before. We go for this. In 3, 2, build it up, 1, go. 60 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds, final section of your warm-up, down to resistance 2, 20-second sprint. Yo, happy dabber. What sort of speed you thinking now? It's a sprint, so let's go hundreds. Why not? 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds only. You get a minute break after this. Three, 2, 1. Pop it into that resistance 1 for me. Oh yeah. Keeping those legs going. Grab a little sip of water. Happy dabber. Motosumo. Are we feeling strong? I think we are. Are we feeling warm? Are you feeling like you're ready to go? I think that's a yes. I think that's for sure a yes. Now remember, the theme of today is holding specific numbers. It's also endurance. So we're gonna be holding long rounds with very short rests. With this in mind, I don't want you blowing out at the end of each round because you've only got tiny rests to go with. Team, we're gonna start with an 8-minute round. And we're gonna go between resistance 3 and 4. 4 minutes in each, holding consistent pace. We go for this. Resistance 3, Motosumo, 80 to 95 for 4 minutes. We go in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire zone. Now 80 to 95. It'll take you maybe 15, 20 seconds to fully settle into your pace. But once you've settled into it, it is just you and that pace, you and that number. So I want you to keep half an eye on that RPM. You should sort of be staying within a sort of 2 point either side. So if you're trying to stay at that sort of 88, you don't want to go much lower than sort of 86, you don't want to go much higher than 90. So really focusing on those numbers. 8-minute round, 4 minutes here, then we do the same thing, 4 minutes, stood up. Then we get a little short break, then we get into another round. We take them one at a time. Now, happy dabber, I know you've been feeling a bit like that. Oh, let's leave them up there. Now I want you to take the reason you're feeling like that, and I want you to use it in this class. Whether it's physically, whether it's your body has just been struggling a little bit, I want your mind to step in and think, yo, I got this. I've done this before. You've done it with me before. So we just keep going. If it's not physically, if it's mentally, then you've got your body to kick in. And you've got to get that physical aspect, that physical side of you to be like, you know what? I got this. I got this one for us. And you've got to remember, happy dabby, we're doing this together, you and me. Smashing this out, halfway in this resistance 3 zone. Remember staying on that RPM. Try not to move away from it. Remember, try to stay the number you sort of were hitting at the beginning. You don't want to go further than 2 below or 2 above it. Yeah. Told you this is a sort of journey, these classes, these 45-minute mission classes. These 45-minute classes are a journey. You get taken on it. Points like this, we just let the music take over. Final minute. Let's add some resistance, tiny bit. 3, 2, 1, add a tiny bit. Don't let that pace change at all. You've added a tiny bit. Don't let it change anything.
She takes me higher, now I'm losing ground. Starlight shines over you.
20 seconds, that'll be halfway. Happy Dabba, you staying on that RPM is beautiful to watch. Love that, I love it. Makes me happy. 5 seconds, we stand up, do the same thing, resistance 4. Hitting those 60s, 3, 2, 1. And we're up. We got 4 minutes up here. Now take a note of that RPM. This one's gonna be a little bit different because we're up. So this one may get a little bit more tiring. But we deal with that. Yeah, we deal with that. All right, 30 seconds into this 4-minute section, you will have settled into your pace. You know your number. You also know the bracket in which I want you to stay in and not veer too far away from. We're gonna do that same thing on that sort of final minute. You're gonna add some resistance. But it's all good. Because we got a mission on this bike. We got a mission in general. To be happier and healthier. And what's a little twist? What's a little addition of resistance between friends? It's nothing. Staying in your number, happy dabby, you've picked the upper 60s, haven't you? Love it. Love it, test yourself out. Cool. Little note, we're over halfway in the entire class as well. Yup. Big up on them little wins. 7 seconds, we're halfway through this 2-minute climb. 2, 1, another 2 minutes. Yo, Tawny, what's up? Welcome to the team. Love having you in, love having you drop by. Get them emojis out if you want to say hi. Happy Dabba. Always the nicest person to say hi. Love it. So welcoming. "30 seconds time, we're gonna add that little bit, that little addition. It's gonna make that difference. Three, 2, 1. Add that little bit. Hold your number. This is the most important bit. You know the number you've been going at. You know the RPM. Because I've been telling you, yes, Tawny. Love it when you put them emojis in. Let's get some back for you. Just for you. There we go. Sick. That big final push now. Another extra 30 seconds. How's holding on to that number with that little addition? Happy Dabba. I think you need to go a little bit faster than that. You dropped down. I see ya. I see ya. 10 seconds and we've got a break. A 30-second break is not long, I'm aware. 3, 2, 1. You can drop it down to resistance 3 for me. All right. Now, cheers to that. 20 seconds time, we're back in. Same resistances, 3 and then 4. This time, we drop down the time. So we're gonna go for 2 minutes and 2 minutes. It's only a 4-minute round this time. But I want you to lift your RPM by about 2 or 3. So that average pace, remember that number you were sort of dancing around? You lift it up by about 2 or 3. Got it? I know you got it. Resistance 3 for 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go! So say you were hovering around that 88 mark. Now you've got to hover around that 90, 91 mark. We've lifted it up. Resistance 3. Now you're sort of going between 83 and about 97. We're just comparing to what we were before. This is you against yourself. Everyone was at different numbers. You were at a different number to everyone else doing this class. So remember, this is you against yourself. In that same resistance 3, but we just lift it up. 4-minute round. Nice and manageable. Sick. Adding a little bit of resistance. 3, 2, 1. Hold your number. Hold your number. Don't come off it. Tawny, definitely stick around. Stick around, Tawny. All right, this is getting a little tough now. That's all good. In just over 30 seconds, we're up. We're at the saddle. In that resistance 4, you're doing that same thing. Adding adding 2 to 3 onto that sort of average RPM. Ready to stand it up. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember, you added on that 2 to 3 points. So say you were chilling out near that 62, you're going to that 64 or 65 as your average pace there. When we get to that halfway mark, 20 seconds, you add some resistance for me. I'm gonna add it with you. You ain't on your own. Four, 3, 2, 1, add. Remember, you've added that little bit. You've got a 30-second break coming up again. Let's go. Come on. In fact, I'm going to allow us a 1-minute break. Three, 2, 1. Yo, you get to go down to resistance 1. Resistance 1. Allow those legs to keep moving. That's your heavy stuff done. We're only going to be in resistance 1 and 2 for the remainder of this class. That is something to celebrate. All right, give me a little shake off. Time to go a little bit faster now. We have that up front. Down in the, I say up. Up in those heavier resistances, down in those cadences. Resistance 1. We've got 11 minutes and then you're done. Starting for 2 minutes in resistance 1. It's an 11-minute round, endurance obviously. We get ready to go in 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 105 to 115. 105 to 115. Same as before, same as the theme. Find your pace in the first 20 seconds and then just stick to it. Two minutes here. Happy dabber. Resistance 1. Let's see some speed. Resistance 1. Take a note, mentally, of the pace you're on. Yo, remember, when this timer ends, when we get to the end of this round, we are stretching. We're on the home straight. Two minutes here, don't drop off in your pace. Don't drop off. Keep it up there. Have you held on to your pace? Have you held on to that steady pace? 10 seconds, resistance 2. We bring it up. We drop it down to 90 to 100. In 3, 2, 1. Resistance 2. 90 to 100. Yo, you've remembered the sort of pace you're holding in that resistance 1. Now you settle in, find that pace in resistance 2. Two minutes here. A nice little speed round to finish it off. Happy dabber? You still going strong? Give me a little strong emoji. Show me it. As we come into your final 10 minutes. Purple zone, come on! Holding onto your pace, 20 seconds, we drop back down to resistance 1. And remember what you're gonna do, you're gonna add 2 to 3 onto your RPM. 2 to 3 added onto your RPM. We're in your final 10 minutes. You got about 7 minutes left of hard riding. Resistance 1, 3, 2, 1, speed.
live day by day. As time goes by, it's the price we pay. Just close your eyes, and we will rise at the speed.
Yo, have we added on an extra point? Or 2 or 3 on 2 RPM? Sick, another minute here. Happy Devil, bring some speed up for me. Yo, we got the song playing. I need some speed with this song. "45 seconds. Resistance 2, back on the menu.
We can't stay to see the lights fade away into the night. 'Cause you and I live day by day. As time goes by, it's the price we pay. Just close your eyes, and we will rise at the speed of sound.
10 seconds. Up to resistance 2. We're up there. Adding 2 or 3 points onto RPM. 2, 1. Let's go. You've got 5 minutes left of riding. Under. Hold on to it, keep those extra little addition points in. Happy Deva, come with me. Come with me in this journey. You're about to head into resistance 1 for nearly the final time. "18 seconds, back to resistance 1. See if you can add another 2 or 3 more points. We have about 3 minutes left. Happy Dabba, anything you've got left in the tank, you add it now. 3, 2, 1, release and speed up. Oh my. We go. Be the fire, be the bike. You're happy to remember when that was you at the beginning of the class? I'm hoping that's still you, but for a different reason. For a reason you are going hell for leather, finishing this class off. All right, in under a minute, we go straight into the racetrack for your final 1 minute race. Motosumo, we've got under 2 minutes left. Now you've got two choices here. When we get to the race, you can just sort of do it, you can sort of just tick it off, or you can choose to go for it. Now I know there's only one option here, and there's only one option you should be taking. And we're gonna do resistance 2 for 1 minute on the racetrack, everything you've got. You go in 20 seconds, you should ideally be adding on some RPM, you should be feeling like you're going faster than you did in those previous, because it's only 1 minute. We go in 10 seconds, your final minute. Starts in 7, 6, 5, bring that resistance up. 3, 2, 1, go! Everything. Everything. Ten, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that was something. Blimey. Just breathe. So gently roll the shoulders back for me as we come out of this race. Huge, happy dabber. Unbelievable. We're gonna stand it up. Remember, all your resistance should be off. And you're gonna push both those heels down for me. Gently. Nice, into that. Spinning your legs around. Okay, and that stretch. Three, 2, 1. Take your arms up, all the way up, over to one side, over to that other side, and then bring them all the way around into that center. We give yourself a big round of applause. Thank you so much, team. That was enjoyable. That was tough, but rewarding, as they always are with me, team, making sure you're clicking pause and save, and you're finding us on social media. Peace and love, team. Have an amazing one, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.